Good morning, folks. Well, just dropped my daughter off at school. It's a hour-and-a-half drive, and it's all through the country and everything, so it's a nice drive. But you know, that hour-and-a-half is just a little more time for my little girl and I to chit-chat about this, that, and the other, and talk about life. And you know, on the way back home, you know, it's just me in the truck, and you know, I get to contemplate my own life decisions, and you know, a little quiet time for me. And it's just, I felt like doing a little video here while we're driving, and figure I'd take y'all a little bit of the trip with me. And it's Monday morning, and it's 8:15, and this past weekend on Saturday night we went to this place called SCREAM-A-GEDDON. It's a Halloween whole show, you know, scare houses and everything, and it was my third year in a row going, and the first 2 years were kind of the same, and this year they had one new area. You go into a church and stuff, but they still had a couple of the old things. They took away the haunted hayride, and now it was some sort of thing where you ride in a bus. I guess you shoot zombies with a paintball gun out of a bus. We didn't do that, but it looked cool. And oh my god, we had a blast. Sorry about the sun there, it's in your eyes. We had a blast. My niece and my daughter were so well behaved, and I couldn't have asked for better kids to be there. And so we go through all this stuff, you know. They had the 3D one where you wear the 3D glasses and you go through fluorescent paint, and my niece, who is 15, and my daughter, who is 11 going on 16, it seems, were psyching themselves out so much while we're standing in line for every attraction, and it was so funny to watch. Oh, I can't even tell you how funny. And they were planning on who goes first and who they were going to hide behind. Now, my woman was there too, and she had her brother there, and you know, he's not a small guy either, so the girls were planning on who they were gonna hide behind. You know, is it gonna be Adam? Is it gonna be Colin? It was hysterical, and they just they were so freaked out all the way up until we got inside, and then it got worse. They were screaming, but it was so much fun. I give so many props to the people who got this together at SCREAM-A-GEDDON and created this. You know, because you have Howl Scream over at Busch Gardens, and there's what's it called, Universal Horror Nights out there, and you know, it's just, those are so overpriced. And I'm not saying that it's not a good time and that, you know, they don't do a good job. It's just out in the sticks, you're in this big field, and they built all this stuff up, and for it being a, I guess what would be considered a low budget thing, they rock it. They really do some awesome stuff there. And son, sorry. And it's just so cool. They got this big common area that you have to walk through pretty much from attraction to attraction, and they have little bonfires set up, picnic tables so you can take a break, and music playing, and while you're there they have people walking around, you know, just messing with people, taking pictures. Scream-A-GEDDON, you nailed it. You nailed it, guys. I was thoroughly impressed this year. They really upped it from last year, you know, because last year the 3D house was pretty much the same both years in a row, but this year was kind of the same until one part. I mean, it's almost Halloween now, so I'm not really gonna be messing it up for anybody, because if you haven't gone by now, you're probably not gonna go. They have, toward the end, where you're about to get out, a room full of clowns that are just everywhere. And it's completely dark, and the only light you get is from a strobe light. And you just see clowns standing all around, and you don't know which ones were actual people or which ones were up on, god damn it, or which ones were strung up just to stand there, you know, being held up by a string. You know, clowns don't freak me out or anything like that, but being in that room, it kind of raises your pulse a little bit, like, okay, which one's gonna walk out at me? And I'm pretty sure they had some actual people in there, but I didn't see any. That or it's just a bunch of mannequins dressed up as clowns just to psych you out even more with the anticipation that somebody's gonna come at you, which might be a little bit worse than someone actually coming at you. Amazing time. And one of the new ones that they had this year had the same kind of room at the end, and it was just a bunch of mannequins and bodies and bags over their heads and masks. And step back, in that clown room, the walls were mirrors. So there might have only been about 15 clowns in there, but it looked like a heck of a lot more because of the mirrors. And so there's that. My daughter freaked herself out. She looked over and saw herself in the mirror and jumped. That was funny. Then one of the new ones was really well put together as well, and toward the end was the same kind of setup, to where you walk into a room and it's just a bunch of people standing there, and with nothing but a strobe light. But the strobe light went off and it just went black, what seemed like forever, but it actually was. It was probably only a couple seconds. But when you got nothing but a strobe light and that strobe light goes out, 5 seconds feels like eternity, especially when you have screaming girls. And my girlfriend, she has nails that I didn't know she had, and they made it into my body. She clenched on, and it was hysterical though. We had such a blast. And next year when it comes around, I recommend to anybody to go to Scream-A-GEDDON. The prices are pretty damn reasonable in comparison to your Howl-Screams and Universals. And you know, you can get the fast passes for double the price, which is still probably less than going to Universal. And oh man, we just had so much fun. The weather was amazing, but the beers, which I did not partake in, were $10 a beer, and it was probably like a 16-ounce beer, but still $10. Yeah, they're making 300% profit on every bit of alcohol that they sold. But yeah, it is a great time, guys. So next year, Scream-A-GEDDON, definitely go. There were 5 of us, and we were able to stick together and have a good time. And I recommend it to anybody and everybody. It's just so much fun. I can't say that enough, and I know I have. But anyways, you guys all have a great day, and hope everyone, sorry, getting on the highway here. Let's hear that Hemi. Gotta love the Hemi. But yeah, everyone have a great day. Stay safe. Hug your kids. All that good stuff. And I will see you all next time around. I'll be throwing out a couple, well, probably one video later today on top of this one. Video game stuff, you know, lame. Just time killer, some entertainment for you guys as well. See you guys. Bye.